Important news coming out of this is that Judge Talwani has now blocked Donald Trump's efforts to have the Postal Service interfere with mail-in ballots. And the states will not have to try to comply with a last-minute rule from last Friday that requires them, while early voting has already started, to design new envelopes approved by the post office and use a database to only deliver mail-in ballots to people on a postal service database. As Judge Talwani observed, there are only two entities under the Constitution that have the right to regulate federal elections. One of them is the states. The other one is finally Congress. But the United States Postal Service is not one of them or any part of the executive branch. This is a big decision. This is the round-trip case back to the United States Supreme Court, inevitably next week. Some people thought last week's Supreme Court ruling, or this past Monday, where the Supreme Court said, well, the states are too early and the issue isn't ripe yet because the Postal Service hasn't yet issued its regulation to try to control mail-in ballots. Well, they have now. In fact, as the judge pointed out, they had already when the United States Supreme Court ruled, but they ignored it. Well, it's right now. The parties, the states, and the public interest groups that are combined in two cases up in front of Judge Talwani immediately filed a new complaint and amended their complaint to get the issue front and center with the judge. And in record time, in less than 5 days, she's now considered it on the papers, on the temporary restraining order, and on the argument. She is ready to rule, and she has ruled. Now, she hasn't ruled on the preliminary injunction. The way that stays work is that you have an administrative stay. That's for hours or a couple.
Good afternoon. This is Elder G. You see how no good and racist President Trump is? And the Republican-controlled House of Representatives and the United States Senate and the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court and the House of Representatives and the United States Senate is supposed to make sure that every person that's on American soil is being treated with respect and honor just like everybody else. No matter what race you is, no matter what country you was originally from, no matter who you love, the United States Supreme Court and the House and the Senate and the President and the Vice President is supposed to treat everyone that's on American soil is supposed to be treated the exact same way. We're all protected the same way under the law and under the Constitution. And I'm here to tell you that Donald Trump is against me. I'm black. He gutted the Civil Rights Act that gave me my rights. They gutted the Voting Rights Act, which gave me the opportunity to go to the poll. Just think about this hypocrite, no good Donald Trump. He vote by mail every election, but he want to take the voting from the black and the brown people away. That's a hypocrite. That man should be nowhere near the White House. That man is no good. That man is going to get millions and millions of these prejudiced white folks dead. I don't feel sorry for him. They knew what he was doing. They knew he was racist. They knew that when they voted for him. They knew he was a thief and a robber. They knew he was a terrible businessman. They knew he sexual assault and hate women. And they still voted for him anyway because they love the fact that he hate black and brown people. He loved that they hate women. They love that he hate gay people. I don't feel no mercy for you. Christ don't feel no mercy for you either. Christ already told us that he prepared a place for people like Trump and the Supreme Court and the Republicans in the House and the Senate. He prepared a place, a bottomless pit that burns with fire and brimstone forever and ever and ever. God got that covered. But we know now, black and brown people and women, we know that our federal government is not looking out for us. We know that our federal government don't care nothing about our rights. How many white folks are you rounding up? There's people here from Canada, from Poland, and from Russia. I don't see you rounding up them white folks. You ain't nothing but a fake and a phony. The black and brown people and the women, we done had enough. This it. You got till November. If you keep these prejudiced people in office, these dishonest people in office, all you doing is starting a civil war. All you doing is lighting the flame. We done already told you we're not going to let you take away our freedom. We done already told you that we are not going to let you take away our constitutional rights. You don't have no more rights to the Constitution than we do. I'm telling you, if you keep on hanging black folks going to start hanging white folks. If you keep on raping black women, black people going to start raping your white women. That seems like that's the only thing that you understand. You know I don't believe in violence. I don't. I believe in obeying the law. I believe in supporting the Constitution of the United States of America because the Constitution is the one that gives me my freedom to speak. It gives me my freedom to come on this broadcast and tell you what I think. But I'm telling you straight up, President Trump and his minions are prejudiced. And in my heart and in my mind, I made the decision that I'm putting everything on the line because I believe that President Trump and his minions hate black and brown people and women to the core. I'm not going to sit back and wait till my freedom is gone to fight for it. I'm going to fight for my freedom now. And I'm going to do the same thing that President Trump and them is trying to do and use these evil tactics to take away black and brown and women's rights. God tell us we don't have to accept that. We don't have to accept hate. We don't have to accept somebody trying to take away our God-given freedom and our constitutional freedom. We don't have to let them do that. When they come for you, you have every right to put them down. You get to exercise your constitutional freedom just like they believe what they're doing is constitutional. Everything I do to stop them is going to be constitutional too. We ain't going to let you run over us. We ain't going to let you take away our freedom. We ain't did nothing against the Constitution. We ain't doing nothing against the law. If you come against us, you have become our enemy. And you know what the Bible say that you're supposed to do with your enemy. Nobody have the right to take away your freedom. Nobody can deny you the freedom to speak, or the freedom of the press, or the freedom of your religion, or the freedom to bear arms, or the freedom to petition your government, or your freedom to assemble. No man, woman, and child have the right to do that. Anyone that try to do that is your enemy. I don't care who it is. The black and the brown people, we tired of being on our knees. 500 years, you done pulled this bull. No more are we going to get down over our knees. No more are we going to beg you to have mercy. Why, Elder G? Because we don't have to. If you think that the Constitution tells you that you can take away our freedom, we got every right to take away your freedom and your life if we have to. I'm not going to allow nobody to take away my rights when I ain't violating no laws. You don't have the right. And I'm not going to give it to you, and I'll never give it to you. You can come if you wanna. You can come if you wanna. And you think that you just gonna walk all over the black and the brown people. Come on in. Come on. Ain't nobody scared of you except scared people. And the people that believe in God and Christ and believe in the Constitution, we're not afraid of you. Because Christ got us. If you don't start nothing, that won't have to be nothing. But if you come for us, we're going to do everything in our power to stop you. By any means necessary. From Genesis to Revelation. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went into the fiery furnace against their king. Daniel went into the lion's den. Moses went before the Pharaoh and told Pharaoh, God said, let my people go. And Moses brought 10 plagues up on Pharaoh before he let the people went. Elijah killed 450 prophets of Baal that Jezebel sent. Gideon killed over 135,000 men with 300. Samson killed 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass. Saul has killed his 1,000, but David has killed his 10,000. You come after us, we're going to fight to the death. We're going to fight you to the death. Do what you got to do and what you believe. And we're going to do what we got to do and what we believe. We believe that we have the right to defend ourselves under the Constitution of the United States of America and under God and Christ. Do what you got to do, but we're not going to roll over. We're not going to give up our freedom without a fight. God allows for us to do it. Jesus allowed for us to do it. And the Constitution and the laws allow for us to do it. No man, woman, and child is above the law. Bring it. Bring it on. You bleed and you die just like us, and you fear just like us. I don't fear no man. I will bow my knee to no man. I only bow to Christ. And guess what, President Trump? You ain't Christ. And you ain't righteous. And you don't have no integrity. And you don't have no conscience. Do what you must, as I do what I must. Bring it if you want to. But when the blood is in the street and you weep and in mourning, don't say nothing. Don't you say nothing. Nobody have the right to try to take away my freedom when I'm not breaking no laws. I ain't going against God's and Christ's law, and I ain't going against the Do not fool with me. I am not going to let you do it. I'm not. I'm sick of these prejudiced white people thinking that they God and thinking that they better than somebody else. It's just not going to happen. Not in 2026. 500 years of this evil. 500 years of torture, rape, and murder. No more. No more will we tolerate such evil. No more. God is on our side. If you got to do whatever you do, like Jesus told Judas, whatever you do quickly. Bring it. If you think you bad, and you think your life is eternal or something, bring it. I believe in joy and peace and long suffering and love and respect for my sisters and my brothers. But I ain't gonna let nobody enjoy the freedom that the Constitution that gives them, and then they turn around and try to take that same freedom away from black and brown people and women. There's no way I'm gonna stand back and just let these evil people keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. I'm not going to turn away. And I'm not going to walk away because the Bible says I don't have to. And the Constitution says I don't have to. Because I'm a natural born American citizen. If you come for me, I'm going to do everything in my power that's granted to me by God. And that's to stop you. By any means necessary. Thank you.